Every legend begins with a choice. Not the choice of kings, not the choice of gods, but the choice of one ordinary soul willing to take a single step into the unknown long before the world built its kingdoms. Long before history was written, there existed a power so great that even time feared its name. That power could create civilizations or erase them forever. To protect the world, it was sealed beneath an ancient forest, where no king dared to enter and no warrior ever returned. For thousands of years, the world forgot its existence, but destiny never forgets. Far beyond the mountains, in a peaceful village forgotten by the world, lived a young man named Kael. He wasn't the strongest, nor the smartest. He wasn't born a hero. He was simply human. Yet destiny had been watching him since the day he was born. As the last light of the sun disappeared, a mysterious blue glow appeared deep within the forbidden forest. It wasn't lightning. It wasn't fire. It felt alive. The villagers locked their doors. The elders whispered the same warning: never follow the blue light. But fear has never stopped a heart searching for answers. Kael stepped beyond the safety of his home and walked toward the unknown. With every step, the forest grew quieter. Ancient trees stood like silent guardians. Then, hidden beneath vines and centuries of silence, he found an ancient stone altar. Something was calling him, not with words, but with a feeling he could not explain. As Kael slowly reached out and placed his hand upon the ancient stone, the world held its breath. As his fingers touched the ancient altar, the silence was shattered. A blinding blue light erupted through the temple. Ancient runes awakened across the walls, glowing after thousands of forgotten years. The stone floor trembled beneath his feet, as if the temple itself had been waiting only for him. From the heart of the glowing altar, a magnificent sword slowly rose into the air. Lightning danced around its blade. Every symbol in the chamber burned with brilliant blue light. It was not forged by kings, nor created by mortal hands. This was a weapon, born from legend itself. Kael stood frozen in disbelief. Every instinct told him to run, yet something deeper pulled him forward. Step by step, he approached the sword. Its light reflected in his eyes, as though it already recognized the one destined to wield it. The closer Kael came, the stronger the power became. Blue energy swirled through the ancient hall like a living storm. Every step echoed across the silent temple, drawn by a force beyond understanding. He slowly raised his hand toward the legendary sword. For one endless moment, time itself stood still. The moment his fingers wrapped around the sword of eternity, a blinding wave of blue light erupted across the temple. Ancient magic awakened, and the world around him vanished into a forgotten vision. The moment the sword of eternity accepted Kael, reality began to shatter. The ancient temple faded into darkness, and a forgotten world emerged before his eyes. Burning kingdoms, endless battlefields, and shadows from a distant age came alive once again. Before him stood an army unlike anything he had ever imagined. Thousands of warriors filled the battlefield. Dragons ruled the skies above, while a kingdom burned beneath them. At the center of it all, one legendary warrior stood with the sword of eternity held high. With a single command, Silence was broken. The hero raised the sword of eternity, and the army charged without fear. Arrows darkened the sky, dragons unleashed fire, and the greatest war in history had finally begun. The hero carved a path through the enemy ranks. No force could stop his advance. Every step brought him closer to the Dark King, while the battlefield burned behind him. Destiny had chosen this moment, and there was no turning back. Steel met steel, and the world trembled. Blue and crimson power exploded across the battlefield. The sky roared, the earth cracked, and the first clash between light and darkness shook the heavens themselves. Neither warrior held back any longer. The hero unleashed the full power of the Sword of Eternity, while the Dark King answered with the darkness that had consumed kingdoms for centuries. Lightning split the heavens, the earth cracked beneath their feet, and even the armies could only watch in silence. Light and darkness collided with unimaginable force. A blinding explosion swallowed the battlefield. Mountains trembled, dragons fled the skies, and for one endless moment, the world itself seemed ready to fall. Then, everything vanished. Kael opened his eyes inside the silent temple. The vision was gone. The battlefield had disappeared, but the Sword of Eternity was still in his hands. He had not witnessed a legend. He had witnessed history. And somewhere, beyond the darkness, an ancient evil had just awakened. The journey had only begun. The Sword of Eternity had chosen its new bearer, but with that choice came a burden no ordinary soul could carry. The battle of the past was over, yet the war for the future was only beginning. Some legends are remembered, others are reborn. The age of Kael has begun.